What's going on, guys? It's K-Dub here with another episode of Crypto Zombie. It is Friday, and not only is it Friday, but before we get started, I wanted to say shout out to Basic Attention Token for celebrating your 1 year anniversary. That's right, exactly 1 year ago, Basic Attention Token had its ICO, literally sold out in 30 seconds, and it raised $36 million. So, happy birthday, Basic Attention Token. Well, technically it was yesterday, but yeah, belated birthday. You know, it's the thought that counts. So I just want to say shout out to everyone that's been liking, subscribing, and commenting. You guys are freaking awesome. Thanks for coming back to my channel. If you're not subscribed yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. I literally do an update every single day. I have plenty of news videos that I put out, coin coverages. Tonight, for example, I'm going to be doing a live stream with Crypto Candor, Elliott Trades from FUD TV, and the one and only Ready Set Crypto, Mav. Yes, guys. He is going to finally be coming forward from behind the scenes and showing his face for a bit of a group crypto chat, and I think it'd be really great if you guys could come and hang out. Now, before we get into the whole market and prices and coins and all this other stuff, I just wanted to kind of talk about something. So this is real, and this can happen. So I wanted to talk about this crypto millionaire, Matthew Mellon, okay? So basically, this guy had $500 million worth of Ripple. Yes, I mean, hey, Ripple, to each his own, right? So he has this $500 million worth of Ripple. Now, apparently, they were saying that, you know, he had some drug issues or whatever, but they said that he had been sober for more than 90 days, and he actually was on vacation, and he it was in Acapulco, and they said that he was found dead after having consumed ayahuasca, causing him to have a heart attack. That's crazy. So I don't know if you guys know about ayahuasca. It's kind of that crazy drug that makes you like almost like hallucinate, and you start like thinking about your childhood and stuff. And I heard it makes you have to go to the bathroom real bad too. I don't know. I saw some Chelsea Handler thing on it. So yeah, that's crazy. But I guess what I'm really trying to say is, can you imagine having $500 million worth of tokens and then you die and your family has no way of getting it? Now, it does say down here, it says, according to some reports, he hid codes in vaults in banks all over the US, but at this time, the family said that they're unable to retrieve the funds. So that's something that you should really consider too. I mean, if you have any loved ones or family, you should probably kind of tell them like where you keep your private keys. I mean, I know it's something that you don't want to, there's that trust, right? What if it leaks? What if somebody gets into my funds? But now look at this case where, you know, $500 million is completely lost that his family can't have right now. That's crazy. So I just want to kind of talk about that. So yeah. Definitely try to be safe with that, guys. Absolutely. Now let's dive into the markets. So today we are seeing that it's still another really super boring day in the markets. Having a look at this, if you go at the 24-hour chain, so we have Mithril on top again. Dragon Chain seems to be doing all right. Kyber Network, Nebulous, Theta Token. Now, Theta Token, it probably has something to do with this Theta competition giveaway, which is interesting. So basically, it's trading on volume. Whoever trades, buys, and sells the most, you'll have an opportunity to win Theta, with first prize being worth 500,000 Theta. Or for some reason, they felt the need to tell you that that's equivalent to a Maserati 2018 Levante, in case you want to visualize the value of winning this competition. So that would be that as well. Huobi, Ontology, ARK. ARK actually had some cool news coming out, which I'll get to in a little bit. And yeah, but I think what everybody's really talking about today is IoTeX, guys. 121% pump. I mean, look at this pump. Now, that obviously had to do with the Binance listing. People got really excited. That happened yesterday. I'm actually a fan of IoTeX. I've reached out to the guys on multiple occasions to cover and do interviews. They're really busy, and they were sort of waiting to unveil some news that they had coming out. But some people were saying right here, this could have kind of been like whale manipulation, accumulation, you know, leading up to, but I mean, technically at this point, actually, well, right here, the 30th, it technically wasn't listed yet. And then boom, now we're listed. So then, yeah, who knows, guys? But all I can say is if you guys caught this, congratulations. I was sleeping. So by the time I woke up this morning, all of this was completely over. Actually, if we do a live refresh, let's see if we're up or down. It's still going up. It still went up by another 3%. Do what you want, guys. Just pointing it out, not financial advice, but that seems to be the fun thing going on today. Now, if you do feel like these crypto markets are going a little bit sideways, I just want to take a little bit at the look of the whole week. So we were down in this valley, sitting around 304 billion, and we've popped back up to 328. But we must remember the long journey and where it all started. Apple, Amazon, Google, Harley, Disney, Dogecoin? Anybody? So, it's been a long journey. We've come so far. If you look at where we were last year compared to now, okay. So we do see that things are growing. Now, I wanted to talk also about, so you have the Dan Moorhead from Pantera saying on CNBC, he had a little bit of an interview. Well, he was on the show. It wasn't really an interview. And he was basically saying that now is a great time to buy. He says that, well, what did it say down here actually specifically? He said, when a cryptocurrency breaks through its 200-day moving average, if you buy that day and sell a year later, you make on average 239% without even thinking about it. That's the essence of this trade. It rarely ever gets cheap to its long-term average. So today is a good day to be buying. Essentially, that's what he says. He also says that he's somewhat bullish on these gambling and betting type things. So because of the recent situation that sort of came out with, sports betting being legalized, he was saying he was pretty bullish on things like Augur for prediction markets and Funfair, for example. So that was just some of the things that he was saying as well. And shout out to Crypto Briefing because, hey, in China, it's still the year of the bull. It's still the year of the bull, guys. So let's talk about some other situations. So you also have the CEO of Ripple saying that Bitcoin is like Napster, and it could just be just be like a flash in the pan type of thing. But he says he's not worried, and he sees the potential for these other projects that actually bring value. Not to say that Bitcoin doesn't bring value, but he's saying that these other projects are eventually going to decouple themselves. We kind of spoke about this yesterday a little bit, but I didn't really put the comparison in there. Although I wouldn't be surprised, obviously his interest is very much so in Ripple and the XRP token. So, other news that I'm sure everybody's still very excited about, you have the EOS Mainnet countdown happening. I'm not going to stress this too much. I'm sure you guys have been hearing about this all week. Just know that you have to register your tokens, okay? Now, you're going to have difficulty doing this if you're from China or the US, so you do have an option, which is to leave your tokens on Binance for the mainnet swap. Not financial advice, I can't suggest you to do anything, but this is pretty much the easiest way to do it. So there you go. That's your option. Also, I wanted to talk a little bit about the EOS ecosystem. There's so many dApps that are coming out of it soon. I'm very interested. I would like to reach out to some of these projects, ask them about the EOS blockchain, why they chose it, what are some of the advantages, how's it been going, as far as the testnet is concerned. So here's a bit of a chart you could see right here. It's already really starting to build its way out. They have a lot of plans moving forward as well. And there's this article that came out on CoinDesk. It was the EOS blockchain launch, what should happen and what could go wrong. Not to create any kind of FUD, but you always have to look at the coin, on both sides. You have to see the pros and the cons. So I will drop a link to this in the description. It's a really good read. If you have a substantial amount of EOS, you might be interested in this. So there you go, guys. That's the big news. We also know that TRON had its mainnet as well. Here is Justin Sun posting, TRON hits NASDAQ once again. We're going to change blockchain, the internet, and the world. We're going full speed. Don't get left behind. So there you guys go. As far as other things that came out as well, you do have the Particl marketplace. The alpha got released. So I have not personally had a chance to try this, but it does look very nice. It has a nice sleek interface, kind of reminds me of a bit of Shopify, just in the way that it looks a little bit. So here you go right here, you have your buy page, checkout process. They give you all details how to do that. What was this, the roadmap? Oh no, yep, so stages, yep, here you go. And sell page. Yeah, so you guys don't need to watch me go through this. I'll leave a link. You guys can have a look at that for yourself. A lot of projects coming out with a lot of things today. You also have the ARK Mobile app hitting the Apple Store, which is amazing. So happy for you guys because I know Apple can be a real stickler when it comes to getting things listed. They have a really strict policy, so that's really awesome. Also, speaking on the same page, we do have the Publica e-reader app being released on iOS as well. So the e-reader app has gained its fair share of popularity on the Android devices in their community, allowing users to buy, send, and read books on the blockchain, and now it is coming to iOS. But there is no option to buy books on the iOS app for right now. This has to do with the App Store's policy on in-app purchases. They say, while we try to figure out how to solve this issue in the most convenient way possible, there is a workaround that we have gotten ready for our users. So that's just more coming out as well. Now, I wanted to talk about, we are talking about Apple and iOS and releasing different apps and stuff. So we have this article coming out, and this is about the Telegram ICO. Oh, no, not the Telegram ICO. This is about just Telegram in general. So Telegram messaging app founder Pavel Durov has accused Apple of siding with the Russian government by restricting updates of Apple's program on Apple's latest operating system. Durov believes that Apple's move is primarily aimed at appeasing the Russian authorities. So in a nutshell, essentially, the Russian authorities, they were a little bit pissed off. So they banned Telegram from offering its services to Russians because they refused to hand over access to encrypted messages. Now, Durov is saying that that's just how it is. Telegram has encrypted messages. That's how we designed it. That's how the app was built. Tough, essentially, right? He says, and I quote, "The power that local governments has over IT corporations is based on money. At any given moment, a government can crush their stacks by threatening to block revenue streams from its markets and thus force these companies to do strange things. Remember how last year Apple moved iCloud services to China? At Telegram, we have the luxury of not caring about revenue streams or ad sales. Privacy is not for sale, and human rights should not be compromised out of fear or greed." Yeah, power to the man. Give it to him, Durov. Anyway, so activists took to the streets in Russia and protested in front of the Federal Security Service building headquarters, and they were doing it with paper airplanes because you know how the Telegram logo is an airplane? So they were throwing airplanes and protesting, but Apple continues to prevent Telegram from updating its iOS apps worldwide ever since the Russia authorities demanded Apple to remove Telegram app from the iPhone manufacturer store. So yes, there you go, guys. Centralized powers doing what they do best, controlling everything. We want all the information and blah, 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 blah. So shout out to that. Just shout out to Durov, man. I really appreciate that. That's really awesome that you care about people's security and privacy. So that's awesome. So also, kind of going back to Binance super quick. So Binance, they've actually recently set up Binance Labs, which is a $1 billion cryptocurrency-based fund. Now they're going to only use the BNB tokens as an investment vehicle. So Ella Zhang, head of Binance Labs, said, "We do proper asset management. We like to lock in long-term projects. Investors and entrepreneurs are locked together. Not believers do not enter. The fund seeks to onboard only significant heavyweights as partners, members requiring at least 100 million under asset management. Binance is seeking a total of 20 such partners as well." So now you have Binance Labs coming out. Iconomi, let's talk about this, or Iconomi. This is a project that used to be really heavily talked about when I first got into crypto. This project was everywhere. Recently, I haven't heard too much, but it looks like they are going to have a fiat gateway that they're going to be offer over-the-counter deals, okay? So in an OTC trade, eligible users can make a deal with Iconomi to purchase a certain amount of Bitcoin or Ether by using your bank account. However, here's the catch. During the first stage, fiat deposits and withdrawals require a minimum of 500,000 euros for these over-the-counter deals. So I would assume that the average everyday person is probably not going to be getting involved with this, but that is an option that is being offered to people. So that is cool. As well, we have AsuraCoin. So AsuraCoin, I did an interview with Peter Shen on my channel. You guys can go back and check it out. They're coming out on Neo. So they are building this gigantic gaming tournament virtual amazing system, right? So they've recently partnered with Aphelion in an effort to create ease of entry, speed, and security for their upcoming ICO. So kicking off on June 2nd, the joint ICO function of the groundbreaking Aphelion desktop wallet will be included as an option that you could directly participate in the AsuraCoin ICO. Collaborating with Aphelion, together we aim for the simplest, safest, and fastest way to participate in the ICO. So that's actually the second time that they've integrated into a real easy way. So now you can use Aphelion, and you can also use the O3 mobile wallet from Neo. So those are just two other ways that you can get involved in the AsuraCoin ICO, should you choose to do so. In other news, now this is really cool. I wanted to talk about, so we have Switcheo finally having their ledger integration. Finally. It was such, but it was kind of a pain to have to trade on Switcheo without having ledger integration. So now they're saying you'll finally be able to just do it exactly like how you would do with IDEX. Plug your ledger in, connect to your Neon wallet, boom, in, out, easy peasy. There you go. So that is really awesome news. I'm personally very excited for that one. I also wanted to talk about this sort of interesting article that I came across that says Ethereum now has 35 million unique addresses, which surpasses Bitcoin in active addresses. So Ethereum currently has 550,000 active addresses, while Bitcoin has roughly 472,000 active addresses, which basically means that more people are using Ethereum for day-to-day transactions than they are Bitcoin. That literally basically is what that means. So, for a while, there was this time when I was kind of like, Ethereum, this and that. But I do have to be honest, like for really quick, fun transactions, because it's basically accepted everywhere. Are there better tokens than Ethereum? There are faster tokens for sure. You could do Nano. NeoGas is actually super fast as well. But, yeah. So, other than that, for like gigantic liquidity, it seems like Ethereum seems to be the winner right now. So check this out, guys. So a San Francisco Jason M. Hanania, okay? It says no party preference. So he's running for Senate as the first techno-democratic candidate, as he calls it. So you guys can kind of read this right here, but essentially he's saying that if he is elected, he agrees to use a 100% decentralized blockchain voting mechanism, and everything will be completely public, and he says whatever the people vote for, if you vote yes, if the majority of California votes yes, then he votes yes in Senate. If the majority votes no, he votes no. So it's pretty interesting. He says the user platform first will be crowdfunded and then will self-fund through data analytics. It will eventually provide every American with free encrypted decentralized communication capabilities, including internet, email, social media, shopping, bank, and other ad-free data services. So pretty awesome, guys. He's pretty bullish on it, and he says if he gets elected, everything's going on the blockchain as far as voting is concerned, which is really cool. Finally, in some little bit of big news, which I'm not going to go into this whole thing, you guys could do your research on this, but the BIT license approval shines fresh light on New York crypto relation. Yes, I love New York, guys. Good news for crypto. If you guys want, I'll drop a link to this in the description. It's quite long, the BIT exodus, how it's affecting New York's cryptocurrency opportunities. It's been quite a journey, guys. It's been quite a journey, but I have to say, things are looking good. Things are looking good, guys. Things are looking good. And it's Friday. So considering, see, look at this. We went another week, right? We went another week in crypto. Sideways pattern, right? Everyone's saying, oh, when are we going to the moon? Well, guys, it's Friday. You have another opportunity to dollar cost average on some of your favorite projects. So I would be happy. I look long term. I don't care about making money overnight or, in the next month. I'm very long term in this thing. And I think a lot of smart investors are as well. Now, if you're a trader, do what you got to do. Maybe go buy some IoTeX, not financial advice. I don't know. Also, just to mention it one more time, I am going to be doing a live stream tonight with Crypto Candor, FUD TV, Ready, Set, Crypto. It's going to be awesome. You guys should definitely come and check it out. Sometimes in crypto, you got to get away from that whole, technical analysis and politics and exchange manipulation. And, sometimes it's just a good time to just come out, hang out with the community, talk crypto, chat, hang out with the, I like the chat on my channel personally. I actually love when you guys come onto my channel. I love to listen to what you have to say, and it's just like a really great community approach to getting involved with everything. So that being said, I don't want to waste any more of your time. It's Friday. It's time to get loosey-goosey, guys. Let's get silly. Let's have a good time. Let's dollar cost average. This is crypto. We're not going anywhere, and I'm glad that you're here. That being said, my name is K-Dub. This is Crypto Zombie. Until next time, stay crypto and peace out.